Alright guys, well, let me shut that off. We are off on the adventure. Well, it's a short adventure, but it's still an adventure. I got the bike loaded up. Gotta say, everything fit nicely. I've got to work on a few things, you know, some brackets and stuff for the soft luggage in the back, but they're on there and they're secure. It is a beautiful morning, about 7 o'clock. I am an hour off schedule. I wanted to be on the road at 6. Sorry about the pause there. It's overlooking the water. It looks really nice this early. Low tide. So I'm off to do the camping trip on the bike. I didn't have time to make up meals as far as dehydrated meals, but I had some older Mountain House stuff, some dehydrated stuff, so I just brought that stuff. I got to use it up anyway. Some of it actually expires this year. I know that's just kind of a guideline. Probably good to eat many years after that, but I like to rotate stuff like that. I don't normally eat the Mountain House stuff. The Mountain House freeze-dried meals. But I pick them up now and then just to have, and I'm glad I did because it would have been a little difficult this trip. And the guys are killing me here. What the fuck? Alright, well the on-ramp's closed here, so I have to go around. Figures, right? They should put a sign up there instead of having everybody take a left and then find out that they can't. Now everybody's take a U-turn behind me. You know, the funny thing about loading the bike up with camping stuff is I really do feel the difference. I mean, it's not too bad, but I do feel the extra weight on there, and I'm not even carrying much. But I so rarely have it weighed down. You know, I barely ever even have a passenger, so having the extra weight, you feel it. You're much more sensitive to it. Now I did install the highway pegs in the front so I can stretch my legs out on long trips. I used them yesterday. They were pretty awesome, I gotta tell you. It's like, other than the custom seat, probably one of my favorite upgrades that I've done. There's a look at New Haven Harbor. You see some fishermen out there. They wade out in the water with waders and either fly fish or regular spinning reel fish for the striped bass. Alright, finally, we are on the highway. Yeah, we're gonna get off here and we're gonna take a bunch of back roads. It's a pretty nice ride up through here. You know, the sun just came up a little while ago. It's nice and cool. It's a good morning for a nice back road ride. So I had more thoughts on the Class C. I think you saw the video that I showed. I tell you, I can't believe what these dealers are selling these piece of shits for. The only one that was a halfway decent deal was the Super C. Kathy didn't like it. It still was a lot of money. I mean, if I could have talked them down for the work it needed, I could have done it. And actually would have had some equity in it. You know, it would have been worth a little more than what I had into it and paid for. It was, that one would have been a fairly good deal. 30,000 miles. You know, the ones I see online are closer to 50,000. So this one, you know, was 39. And you know, I probably could have talked them down a bit. Maybe got it for 30. I mean, you know, I was dreaming, thinking I could offer him 30, which I pretty much did. I told him, I said, yeah, you know, if it was around 30, I would consider it. And he never even took the bait. So I'm assuming 30 wasn't even on the table, which I don't blame him, because with somebody that can put a little bit of work into it and just clean it up, it was worth more than 30. But that was a 2006 Gulfstream Super C Ultra. It had the Chevy 550 chassis, which is awesome. It gives me a towing capacity of 10,000 pounds, cargo capacity over 3,000 pounds. You know, and when you're living in something, you tend to need the weight. I mean, I'm going to be driving around with full water tanks, full black and gray tanks at times, so now that's what that style. I mean, I like the 5500. I like the Super Cs. The only thing is, you can't get them any smaller than 32 feet. That's big. You know, for city dwelling, for the most part, it's a little larger than I wanted to go with. I really wanted to purchase something before the end of this summer. You know, purchase something before October. But if I don't find something that's what I want, I'll wait until spring, or I'll keep looking over the winter. There's no need for me to rush in. I like the idea of a backslide now. I saw one while we were out shopping. It had the master bedroom, it had a back slide. The slide was actually a small computer desk area, which was kind of cool. It'd be a good place to edit videos and do stuff like that. But again, it has to be totally usable. Maybe not the desk, but the full rig has to be usable with the slides in. You know, some some of these RVs with the slide in, you have to actually fold up the bed, you have to do things to bring the slide all the way in, and I don't want to do that because, you know, I'll be spending nights here and there. I don't want to have to, you know, not be able to use the rest of it. And then I was doing a comparison on fuel economy and running the numbers on that, because I'll be driving it a lot more. It won't be just sitting in a park somewhere. I have to take into consideration the amount of fuel I'm going to use. But I drive my truck now. My truck in the city gets maybe 12 miles to the gallon, so for the amount I drive that, even if I was to purchase something that gets 9 to 10 miles to the gallon, I'm still not that bad off. I can still handle that. Alright, this is the road leading up. You've guys seen this on previous videos I've done.